So this is my, 80s GSP Digitech 21 Pro rack-mounted sound processor. It has, I think, 21 analog effects, but they're digitally controlled, right? And you've got this little, interface and these up and down arrow keys to do that, and it's very difficult. And it's got a awesome foot controller. So, while it's got some, obviously usability the way it is, it really wants to be programmed properly, and it's just so hard, folks. It's just so difficult. It takes so long, and you can easily lose the program in the thing, right? So I'm kind of moving, but almost seeing backwards in time, because we're going back to some stomp box setups here, but they're a whole lot easier to use. And so, that brings us, into the lead into today's show. Dead Rhino Attack. Stick around, we'll be right back. Oh, we got a package today to the Champagne Lounge from Life with Ken and Jane. Have fun with this. Oh, thanks, guys. What did you say? Ooh, looks like nice goodies. What do we got here? An Electro-Harmonics Memory Man Deluxe 550 TT. Sweet. What is this? It is a Electro-Harmonics dual expression pedal. Nice. Well, thanks, guys. How did you know that I wanted these two exact same things? You're so cool. Well, which would we open first? Oh, we better open this one, right? All right, so let's put this guy aside. What is a Memory Man 2? Well, it's a delay pedal. That's what it is. There's our power supply. Nicely packaged, as you can see. Some box bling. We've shown you the EHX box bling before, because it's got the all their different. Oh, perfect to turn to this. So they make a whole bunch of delay pedals, and it's hard to choose. This is one of the best ones they make. Looks like the warranty thing and all that. I think it's an instruction manual too. Yeah, it's an instruction manual. There's the warranty card. Those are instructions. Well, we don't need those, do we? Actually, this thing is quite, it has a lot of features to it. Looks like we've got a little builder's tag on there, maybe? Is that what that is? Let's see what that is. Say this pedal was conceived and designed the EHX. Okay. So, it's got a lot of features to it. It's replacing this. Hold on, let me get it. My old Boss DD3. Now, this thing still works. It's very old. I've had it for longer than the GSP 21 Pro that I showed you at the start of the show. So my initial setup, I had a distortion pedal, and then I got this. And this was an expensive pedal back in the day. I bought this in like 1985, I think. They still sell this. There's another model. There's a DD7, I think it's called. But they still sell this one. It's almost $200 because it is a very high quality delay. It's got a lot of features to it, and it's got some pretty, semi-pro sound to it, I would say. And it was the backbone of many of a guy's kit, that's for sure. But as you can see, it's pretty old. Look, I think the battery leaked, and it was like laying on its side in storage for many years. And one great thing, it had like a separate output, and I always ran 2 amps, and this was my way to do it. You know, this was like an A/B switch for me, right? So the new Memory Man. Oh, and then there's this too, the chorus. So I resurrected this guy out of storage last week or so, and it's like a cheap, no-name, you know, Rock Tech, I've heard of them, chorus, like a $30 chorus pedal, but it did work, but it doesn't anymore, and I don't have any chorus. So this new pedal it's an analog delay, which is kind of preferred amongst, you know, audiophiles, if you will, and it has chorus built into it, and it has an expression pedal mode, as you can see there. So when I'm in expression pedal mode, and I would plug my expression pedal into here, which I'm going to show you in a minute, I can control all these different functions of the delay, you know, the feedback, the actual delay time, the depth of it, and stuff like that. So this has got a lot of you know, excellent features. The other reason I bought it is because it has basically a loop through to it. So you've got input, output, send and return. So, for separate tap. So it's got a lot of you know, auxiliary functions to it, other than being just a delay pedal, right? So that's kind of important in where you put your delay and your setup in your chain of how you hook up your pedals and stuff like that, right? So let's move on to that expression pedal. Let's open that guy up. Stick around, we'll be right back, folks. Okay, so what is an expression pedal? Well, it's kind of what it sounds like. But there is a difference between a volume pedal and a wah pedal and an expression pedal. And I'm going to try and briefly explain that to you as we unbox this puppy. So, doesn't look like there's any tapes on this guy either. I like how Electro-Harmonics packages stuff there. It's very good. So, it came with 2 cables, as you can see. No separate power supply, doesn't look like for this guy. There's the box bling. I think this might work. Oh, it does work passively, sorry. What am I saying? It's kind of the nature of the beast. Okay, so the main difference between a volume pedal and an expression pedal, right, are the type of jacks that it has. Now, some volume pedals have TRS jacks in them, so they will work as an expression pedal. And even some wah pedals have that in them. And then there's people that modify them to have TRS jacks, right? So this is the important distinction between an expression pedal and a volume pedal. So hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. So here is a normal guitar cable. It's called a TS cable, so a tip and sleeve. So you see there's one isolation ring between the two. So that's all that's needed to send signals. And for most guitars and pedal effects, that's all you need. So take a look at the end of this cable. You can see it's got 2 segments. So this is a TRS, which means tip, ring, sleeve. Okay, so that's what these jacks are. Okay, they are TRS jacks. They have a input and output and a balanced signal going. That's what it is. The difference between, if you're, another way to explain these cables is this is a balanced cable. So the left and right are balanced, and this is an unbalanced cable. So what the expression is. So you can see it's a rocker type pedal. So it works the same like a volume would be, you know, there's like up and down, but it's going to change the expression. So let's say I have it hooked up to the delay expression. So down here is going to be a short delay, up at the top is going to be a long delay. It's that simple, it's not too complicated. And then it's got some impedance settings and looks like range for both sides. So most expression pedals, sometimes they have a cable built right in, and there's just, you know, they just do one thing. This one can do two things. So I'm gonna have one side hooked up to the delay, and then the other side hooked up to the new modulation or slash wah pedal that's gonna come probably Monday. But we can still play with this guy tonight, and that's what we're gonna do. So let me get this stuff hooked up and let's have some fun. Love and peace to you. We are the Tubes.
Thank you.